There yet?
Yes.
Are we there? Okay, ladies, here we go.
It's still loading.
Oh, tell me when. Oh my gosh. Are you ready? Okay. Again, don't y'all just love technology? I don't. But I am so glad that I am surrounded by brilliant people who are really good at technology. So, Marco, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Okay, we're here. It's Tuesday's Tips at 2. It is now 2:05. So, just trying to make sure that we get everything going, and we got a lot of great stuff to show you today. So, thank you for hanging in there with me and not disappearing on us. And I think it'll be worth your while because we've got some things that I think are going to be very helpful. So first off, what I want to show you is we're going to talk about, and this is a really great idea that Sharon promotes in her class. So this is just this really cute little design that she just loves. And the thing is, as most embroidery people know, when you get your design, you get this list of colors. And so what Sharon does, which I think is really a brilliant idea, is she actually has a box. So Becky, I'm going to show the box. Oh, and Becky's my cameraman today, so give Becky a shout out. So she actually has one of these boxes, and she puts all of the thread in the box for the design that she's working on, which I think is brilliant. Then the other thing she does, and I think this is super helpful, she actually takes, look at that, it's a golf tee. A golf tee. She takes a golf tee and she numbers them to go with their colors. So if we were to actually look back here at her little sheet and each number, she actually goes and each thread is assigned a number with a golf tee in it. So so the really nice thing about that is that when you are working on your project, you're not guessing which color you need. It's there and it's in the lineup, and as soon as you're done with it, what do? You just pick it up, put the thing back in it, and go on to the next color. And I really do love that feature. The other thing that Sharon does and Becky does is this. Let me show you real quick. Here's the OESD Isocord thread box. And we do have these, and we are able to order them for those of you who are embroidery aficionados. And so each one of these is numbered, and then the nice thing is that when you're going and you're pulling your thread colors, all you have to do is you find your box, and it's going to give you what you need. The other thing is, I do want you to notice that Sharon does have this with the numbers on the front, and they're actually numbered, which I think is a great idea. Now, Becky has been doing this on her thread because, you know, I mean, when you look at that little, I mean, when right there is that little number. Well, I got to tell you, the older I get, the harder it is for me to see that little number. So what Becky has been doing, which I think is brilliant, is when she buys her threads, she actually puts, can you see that in there, Becky? Can
Not
we?
really. Let's see.
Let's see. There we go. She actually writes the number in a Sharpie on the inside here, and she writes it on both sides. So see, look, you can see that on both sides. And then the other thing she does is, looky there. She writes it on the side so that when she picks up her thread, she's not having to squint to read those little teeny numbers. She's already got them written down, and I love that idea. So this is a really two great tips, I think, that I think you all will really benefit from having myself. And then last but not least, when you are working with a lot of threads, and especially any kind of embroidery that you need to do, and you have to have the top thread and the bottom thread match because it's going to be seen on both sides. I love this idea. Here's our little golf tee again, so you know, woohoo, little golf tee. When you wind your bobbin, you're going to take your bobbin, set your thread here. You're going to pop your bobbin on the top, and you're going to put it with the golf tee, and then looky there, it just stays all together, and you're not having to go hunting for your thread. It's all handy and right there for you. So I think these tips are fabulous, and I hope y'all will put some of them to good use. So now, what I'm going to talk about now, and I know I'm being a little bit longer than we were last week, but let me move this out of the way. On Saturday for our 850, what we did was we had some questions about how to do the accurate half square triangles. And if you all will notice, when you start looking at quilt designs, I can't tell you how many quilt designs have half square triangles in them. And there's a way that you can do it, because here's the thing, if they're off at all, then the whole block's off, and we don't want that to happen. If you do have a go cutter, well, you know what? They've got all different sizes of the half square triangles. That makes it easy for you to cut them. But for those of you who don't have a go cutter, I've got some other ways to do this that I think is going to be very helpful to you. And there's more than just one way to make a half square triangle. So right now, I'm going to show you the different methods that you can use. And the thing that I want you to know is if you need any of these products, I have some in the store, and I am able to order others. So just FYI, I'm giving you this information because you may already have these tools, and if you do, you need to get them out and use them. So what I'm going to do is, Becky again she's helping me. So the first one that I'm going to show you how it works is, let me get my white paper so you all can see the ruler. All right, this is Nifty Notions Good Measure half square triangle ruler. Okay, so here it is. Now, normally when you are doing a half square triangle, you're cutting, the measurement is, if you want a 2-inch finished half square triangle, then what you have to do is you add 7/8 of an inch to whatever that finished size when it's sewn into your blocks. You want to do the finished size, you're going to add 7/8 of an inch to that measurement, and that's what size you're going to cut your blocks, and then you sew down and sew on each side. It works great. But using the half square triangle ruler by Nifty Notions really makes life easy, because if you will notice, as you go down the side here, you've got your different measurements, and I also want you to notice that there's the quarter and the half, so you've got all of these. So the quarters are marked in pink, the the measurement of 1/2 inch, and then the inch marker in green. So what I have done is, I want, for this particular example, I want a 3-inch finished half square triangle. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take my ruler, and here it is, and Becky, what do you think? They can see that pretty good, can't they? I think so. So here it is. This was a 3.5 inch strip, and I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to cut it, and there's a little bubble there. There we go. And then all you have to do is, you're going to flip it just like so. And do you see that little green line there? Because we're getting rid of that little dog ear, we're going to lay that on there like that. See there? And we're going to cut that. And I can actually go all the way down my strip, cutting these little
Tell them what this green one that you're.
Oh, this is here's the 3. This is the half, and if you'll notice, I'm lined up here, and I know y'all can't see down there, but I am lined up here at the bottom, and I'm just going to cut and flip all the way down my strip, which makes it easy for me to do. There we go. And now, because I have put my right sides together, see there, all I have to do is pick it up and go and sew right along those lines. And so what I have done, here they are. Here they are. It's my little half square triangle. And I mean, you can't get any better than that. So that is how you would use the Nifty Notions Good Measure ruler. And on this one, you only have to add a 1/2 inch. Some of the other ones, like I said, most of the time you add 7/8 of an inch. And we're not doing that with this particular ruler. So if you like rulers, this is a good one for you to use. And I love that. All right, so my next one that I'm going to show you is, on Saturday, we actually had one of the gals that's in the class say, well, can I cut my squares at 3 inches and then cut them down? And yes, you can, and this is how you would do that. Okay, so what I have done is, Becky, I've got it here. This is a 3-inch square. And what I did was, I gotta find my ruler. Where's my ruler? Oh, it's under here. Duh. So what I do is I just take my ruler, and I want you all to notice that I've got my 1/4 inch on each side going into my point. And then I draw a line and I flip it around. And guys, I've cheated because I've already sewn this, but I just wanted to show you that you can do it this way as well. You stitch, and then I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut it point to point. There we go. There we are. And now, I was telling you all about, oops, sorry, Becky.
What color you want?
This is the Quilt in a Day triangle square up ruler, and this is what it actually looks like in the package. Okay, the 6.5 triangle square up ruler. This does come in a 9.5 inch and a 4.5 inch. And so what you do is this. You've sewn, you guys just saw me cut that in half. So now what you do is you're going to take, because I want a 2.5 inch unfinished block. Do you see how you take that 2.5 inch red line and you put it right on top of the stitches that you sewed? And you kind of line that up with the little point here. Y'all can see that. And then you are just going to take this and then what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to press to the dark side because, you know, it's like Star Wars. There's my fabric folding pin that I really love. And we're going to take that. And I forgot my little handy dandy wooden iron.
You have 10 of them.
I know. I know. Becky said I have 10 of them, and I know I really do. But do you think I've got that? All right. So there we go. So right now this is 2.5 inch unfinished, and when I get ready to sew it into my my block, then it will finish at 2 inches, which, hooray, that's a good thing. I'm going to show you that one more time, okay? So, you know, repeating this is worth it. So if you'll notice, on this side, it goes from 1.5 to 6.5. And on this side, it goes from 1 inch to 6 inches. And then if you will notice, you do have your your 1/2 inch and 1/4 inch along the sides, 1/8 inch as well. So all right, so let's do that one more time. So here we go. I'm going to take my 2.5 inch, because that's the size I want them to be. I am going to put that right on top of the stitching line that I just did. If you'll notice, there's my edges. I'm going to take my rotary. I think that needs a new blade. It's got a nick in it. All right. Fabric folding pen. Dun, dun, dun. And look, you all see how that just changes that? It just gets it just wet enough. And remember, this is our wet sandpaper, 400 grit. And then we're just going to push that over. Like Becky said, God gave me 10 little pressers. And there is my absolutely beautiful 1/2 square triangles. And they are a 2.5 inch unfinished, and when they get sewn in the block, they'll be 2 inches. So again, this is a great way to do this. And the nice thing is that as you can see, like I said, the ruler does actually go up to 6.5, or Eleanor Burns also has a 9.5 inch one, so it would actually go up to a 9.5 inch block as well. So this is a really great tool to use, especially I just have to say, I have one at home, and anytime I'm doing a 1/2 square triangle, what I like to do is, if I feel like I'm off a little bit, then I always go get my triangle square up ruler, lay it on top of there and check it, and then if I need to trim anything, it's there, I trim it, and then I know that my blocks are going to be the exact size they need to be. This is a fantastic tool, so you know, this might be one you want to add to your arsenal. Okay, then the last one that I want to show you is triangles on a roll. These are, you know, this just makes life easier because you're sewing on paper, and the other nice thing about it is that when you do this, they are accurate right on the money. So, oh, can you get it, Becky? Oh, I'm sorry. There we go. There we go. Da, da, da. Let me show you what they actually look like. Here is how they look, but it is just one giant roll. You get 800 2-inch 1/2 square triangles out of this sheet. So this little roll right here, 800. That's a ton of them. So this makes it really easy to use. So here we go. All right, I'm going to show them how this is done, Becky. Now I want you all to notice. Do you see the instructions on how to use this is printed right on the paper? So we've got cut a 6.5 inch piece of fabric by the desired length. You're going to put your 2 fabrics together, and you know what? I'm laughing, guys. I just realized they're supposed to be right sides together, and oh, look what I did, wrong sides. So, well, you know, who knows? You're going to pin the paper. So see, you can see I've pinned the paper all the way around. And then you're going to follow the arrows. So here we go. So you're going to start down here, and you just sew. And you want to use a very small stitch length, like 1.5 or 16 to 18 stitches on a mechanical machine. And you're just going to follow that arrow. Now see, I've come off my paper, come up, and I'm following that arrow all the way around. And anytime you get to where, you know, you have to go, see here, look, we switched, we changed. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. And then you're going to come here and you're going to do the inside. I mean, really, how much easier can it be than to follow the arrows? And then once we're done, you're sewing on the dotted lines, and you are cutting on the solid lines. So I know you all want to see how impressive I am when it comes to cutting on the line. So here we go. So we're going to do this. You know, I just want to show you my skills, girls. That's all there is to it. Oh, I don't have a long enough ruler. Ah, oh well. All right. Oh, Becky, but we do have a long enough ruler. Because there's probably one in this drawer right here beside me. All right. Y'all get the drift. All right, so now here's the deal. I got to cut out here, so we're going to get rid of this. And y'all can laugh because I did sew this one backwards. I didn't do this. Do as I say, don't do as I do, I guess is what I want to tell y'all. Let me cut a couple more, Becky, and then I'm going to show them how easy it is to get that paper off. Here's the thing, ladies. If you do not use a tiny stitch length like 1.5 or 16 to 18 stitches per inch on a mechanical sewing machine, you are not going to be a happy camper, because I'll tell you what, this paper can be a trick to get off. So all you got to do is, there was my dotted line, and I stitched that in red so y'all could see. And then you're just going to fold this over, give it a nice crease, and then look at that. It just comes right off. This is a really great thing to do when you are, you know, you can get them all sewn, get them all trimmed, and then at night when you are watching TV, then you just go along and you just redo this. And you just sit and pull paper. I am going to suggest, though, that you do not do this after you vacuumed the floor. Because then you get little bits of paper all over and it's like, oh. So I need you all to pretend like this is the right side of the fabric, even though it isn't. So if I were, you know, I would take my fabric folding pin, run it along there, flip it over, and in my perfect world, as you all can see, it is not perfect, I would have these really beautiful half square triangles. And the thing is, these are going to be just like the ones we did here, in the fact that they will finish at 2 inches, but right now they're 2.5 inches. So anyway, the thing that's kind of nice about the Fangles is that you can make a whole bunch at once. And so, and especially if you're using specific fabrics and it's constantly the same thing, it's real easy to go ahead and use these. The other thing is, if you only need to make just a few, well, the nice thing is you can cut what you need. I like that. And if all I want to do is do like a little short thing, then I'm also able to cut that down the middle and only use certain fabrics as well. So that is some of the ways that I would recommend doing half square triangles. So I'm going to see, because the computer's over there and Becky's holding the camera, so I'm going to see if any of you have any questions. And so give me a second. Let me go over there. I know, Becky, maybe can we pull this up here? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Oh, there we go. All right. All right, so does anybody have any questions about any of this? Did it make sense to everybody? Yay, nay? Let me look. I'm going to look here. Oh, well, hi, Cindy from Texas. How nice to have you with us today. Stephanie Cabrera said she loved your close-up.
Thank you, Stephanie.
There's the waterproof sandpaper, as always. And does it do a 2 7/8 inch one? Yes, I believe so, Eileen. I'm going to have to look. But the thing is, ladies, especially on these triangles on a roll, the thing is that they have them in every measurement. I couldn't believe how many there are. So the thing is, if there is something that a certain size that you need, please let me know, and I can special order them for you if you don't need them right away. So I think, Becky, I think that's it. I really appreciate y'all sticking with us and not hightailing it out when everything was screwy-looey. I hope that you have a great rest of your day, and please join us on next Tuesday for Tuesday Tips at 2, And hopefully we'll have some other things that we can show you that'll help. And then also we will be having our Facebook Live comment sold sale on Thursday at 5 o'clock. So, ladies, thanks so much for joining us. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, just give us a call here at the store, and we'll do our best to answer. So y'all have a good one. Thank you so much.